And then so many.
All right. Whoa. I had to get everyone's attention. It's loud in here. Okay, let's go ahead and start the next agenda. So we'll go ahead and call it to order. We have all 5 members present. First item, approve agenda.
So moved.
I guess before that, do we want to, if you want to update here, should we do it instead of accept or reject, it'd be for filing? Like some say it's for accepting or rejecting for filing, not for putting necessarily on the ballot. Is what everyone, if you guys agree. I mean, because I think it was, petitions which have been accepted for filing are valid unless written objection. So I'm thinking what we're doing today is we are accepting or rejecting it for filing. And then we'd have to have another action to put it on the ballot. So let me read it here. So it would almost be like change file to accepted on 8/10/2026. And to accept or reject for filing the petition. Do you guys let me know if you guys agree with that? I'm just trying to make sure the wording. So discussion possible action to accept or reject for filing the petition accepted on, or I should say received on, I'll read it again. Discussion possible action to accept or reject for filing the petition received on 8/10/2026 to decrease the number of Tama County Supervisors from 5 members to 3 members. So if you guys like it, make a motion if you want to change it. I think Karen's got that wrote down.
Yeah, make a motion that we amend the language. As presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion second, all in favor, say
Aye.
opposed, motion carries. Okay, so then we need to approve the amended agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
A
second.
motion and a second, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next item, examine the petition submitted to the Board of Supervisors on 8/10/2026 to decrease the number of Tama County Supervisors from 5 members to 3 members to ensure compliance with all state laws, rules, and regulations. I know we talked quite a bit, but ultimately just for everyone. So last week there was a petition filed. It went along with Iowa Code 331.204 to reduce from 5 to 3 members. So it was Tama County citizens, at least 18 years, that would have signed the petition. So there was 930 on it. 862 is what was required. Ultimately, what we're looking at is, I know public comments in our last meeting, we talked quite a bit, 331.306 is why we're meeting today. So I'll just read it. I'm a pretty fast reader. I'll just read it quickly because it's a lot of really good info. So 1, if a petition of voters is authorized by this chapter, the petition is valid if signed by eligible electors of the county equal in number to at least 10% of the votes cast in the county for the office of the President of the United States or Governor at the preceding general election, unless otherwise provided by state law. The petition shall include the signatures of the petitioners, a statement of their place of residence, and the date on which they signed the petition. Number 2, petitions authorized by this chapter shall be filed with the Board of Supervisors not later than 82 days before the date of the general election. And I think that was this last Thursday, and they turned it in on Monday. If the question is to be voted upon at the general election. If the petition is found to be valid, the Board of Supervisors shall not later than 69 days, which is that next Wednesday, is it 26th? 69 days before the general election, notify the county commissioner of elections to submit the question to the registered voters at the general election. Number 3, a petition shall be examined before it is accepted for filing. If it appears valid on its face, it shall be accepted for filing. If it lacks the required number of signatures, it shall be returned to the petitioners. Number 4, petitions which have been accepted for filing are valid unless written objections are filed. Objections must be filed with the county auditor within 5 working days after the petition was filed. The objection process in section 44.7 shall be followed for objections filed pursuant to this section, which, as I think was mentioned earlier, if there is an objection within 5 days, the county auditor, treasurer, and attorney would get together, review whatever the objection is, and I believe have a hearing, but again, that's out of my wheelhouse, so I'm gonna stay out of that topic there. So that's where we're at here is, as we mentioned in the last meeting, I think you guys let me know if you agree, but we, along with if the auditors would like to help us as well, let's go through the petition, make sure there's no blanks. So what you're ultimately looking for is highlight anything that has nothing listed for the signature, which it can be print or sign. So nothing in the signature, nothing in the place of residence, or no date. And if anything comes out, what you're gonna do at the bottom is then tally. If anything's taken out, like tally what the total would be with what's removed. And then at the end, we'll compile it all together, come up with a final number, and then we'll go to the next agenda item. Any thoughts, questions, concerns, changes that anybody thinks from the board?
Is this the vote, like, did you give us each?
So this is one full copy of the petition.
And we got
We all got parts. Everybody feel good about that, or any questions?
And our job is to highlight a blank.
Yeah, if anything's blank for those, I mean, ultimately, they have it all kind of listed out there, date, name, address, signatures. So if one of those items are missing out of those items, then you would highlight it and reduce it from the count at the bottom. And maybe recount up to make sure, I'm sure the math is good, but. Maybe just initial each sheet, that way you know that you looked at it, might be nice too.
You say you wanted them initial?
Yeah, just initial them and then circle like recount up the number on it and just circle it that way. Then we can have, I don't know if the auditors want to add it up then or help us get or whatever, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the word? I made an initial. Sorry.
It was fine.
Ditto.
It'll be out.
Dittos do count out of the.
Yeah. It'll,
I'm done.
it'll do count.
Yeah.
Ditto.
And as I said before, if they have name and not signature, or vice versa, they really only need one or the other. Like, they don't have to put a signature and a name or one or the other. As long as there's one, it's good enough.
Here, I think I'm sorry. Stick out more than I'm saying. We can't read those.
Yeah.
I think we get it.
Takes a while.
It's just all those things. Get there. That's been trying back to hope to that things on just review. Honestly. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, everybody turn in, we'll let auditor officer tally it up.
Okay. Okay, yep, we're good, 9:30.
No, it's 9:45, 9:46.
Stop. Okay, so it looks like we do have 930 at least fields filled in. We're not gonna look through, how filled out or not filled out they are. So we have 930 fields. Or 930 petitions, sorry. Any motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the petition received on 8/10/2026 to decrease the number of Tama County supervisors from 5 members to 3 members. I'll second it.
Okay, motion a second. Any discussion?
I would like to make a comment. With the code, with the Secretary of State, with our county attorney, and with the Iowa Supreme Court, it's amazing at all the different interpretations of our code. And so the comments that were made earlier about our state representatives and the Senate, they need to fix the code so it is perfectly clear, because there's been too much angst over this process because our codes are not clearly defined.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
A lot of headaches nobody needed to go through from all parties, so. Any other discussion?
This, I already met with Dean and he's going to file legislation to fix this the next session. It doesn't come up very often, so. He's aware of it. He was getting us also feedback from the Secretary of State's office and his staffers to kind of give us some guidance.
Because this is an example of what we've done. We've fixed an awful lot. There's a lot of things that are up at the state level. I'm not gonna go or wax eloquent on anything else right now. He's aware.
Yeah. Yep. There's just a lot of different ways you can interpret it, and we chose the fair approach. So yeah, hopefully everybody's happy. Again, end of the result is if it doesn't get challenged, it goes on the ballot and the people vote anyway, which is what we want. So, that way everybody has a decision if they want to vote and make their vote heard. Anybody else?
No.
Okay, did we have a motion? We had a motion and a second already. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. So again, as I stated before when I was reading it, at this point, we've accepted it for filing, because we went through and there was an item in each area. So what happens now is, if the petition is found to be valid, so again, there's that 5-day period. If it's found to be valid, the Board of Supervisors shall not later than 69 days before the general election notify the county commissioner of elections to submit the question to the registered voters at the general election. So we'll have, next week that we will need to do that. And then number 4 is where if anybody decides to challenge, that's how you do it. But we are out of it at this point, and, we'll for motion to adjourn.
No movement. Did that, was that
We'll
fast?
go motion
I'll
and a second, all in favor? Say
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 9:49 a.m. Thank you, everyone.
You want me to speak?